So now to make this particular style, the jacket, now first and foremost, you have seen that the center has an opening at the center, right? And this area has kind of a closure at the side. Now the simplest thing to note is that from the customer's measurement, you are going to deduct some values to work on the fabric. So I'll use my brown paper and do it. Now the back panel has the same nature of the front, but there's no belt-like crossings. It's just a plain back at the back panel. So to do this, then what you need to do first is to get your fabric or brown paper, depending on the one you want to use. Then the length, you are going to pipe or tape right round all of this. You are piping everything here. You are going to pipe every edge here, or you can seize lining and turn up. But if you're using the same leather fabric, it will be advisable to pipe with leather all through the edges. So you are going to learn the cutting with the piping effect. Now, to get the length, you are going to measure the actual length of your customer, right? It's like a half length. So let's just say 22, depending on your customer. Then add maybe half inch to join to the shoulder. Then add extra one again for the slanting or the sloping. So you're going to have 1.5 added in the total length of your customer. Then you mark the length here. This is the length. Then from there, you are going to determine the armhole or the opening, right? But then if you notice, the opening is just the whole of the side. The closure is just at the down area. So you can still leave the armhole stuff. Then from here you draw the line to get the top length this way, right? Now for the center point, if you notice, they have an opening like 1.5 inch or 2 inches at the opening. So in placing your measurements, you can decide to push out your tape by 1 inch this way, right? Then mark the rest of your measurements this way. So let's assume that my chest I have is 40. So you push it out this way, then you mark 10 this way. So this 40 is what you're going to use. You don't need to add extra inch for your side allowance. You're going to mark 40 here, right? Exit of 40. Then after that, then you are going to draw this line to go straight this way. Draw it to go straight this way. Now the shoulder we have is a shoulder of let's say 15, right? But you're not going to make use of the normal shoulder, your exact shoulder. You're going to deduct like 1.5 inch on the shoulder so that this piping will rest at the midpoint of your shoulder. So by so doing, you have 1.5 inch to be removed plus the 1 inch of the opening that's making it to be 2.5. So you mark the shoulder balance of 7.5 if it's 15. If it's 16, you mark 16. So let's just say 16. You mark 16 shoulder. This is your shoulder. Now this shoulder is what you are going to use. Now you mark all through, stretch this way, stretch this way. Then you now determine the side opening. This side opening here, how many inch you want it to be. So let's just say from the down point, I want to have it to be 8 inches or 10 inches high. So you mark at 10 inches this way, right? So 10 inches this way, this is going to be the opening here. Then your neckline is still a normal natural neckline. Push out 1 inch or half, depending on how wide you want it to be. 1 inch, mark 3 inches here. Then from here, mark 3.5 for the neckline. Connect. Then from here, come down by 1 inch slope. Connect to the shoulder tip here, this way. Right? Then if you look at the front, if you want to put curve at the hem, this line will go all through down this way. You can now come up by 2 inches here and then curve at the hem. Right? Now you pieces this fabric, and then when cutting this side, you will cut this side to be half inch longer so that it can lap underneath here for you to achieve this side closure, right? Then you cut all through this way. It's not hard. So you can decide to make here to be longer this way, up this way. Cut out through this way. Cut out through this way. Then the length of this is a bit higher, so you can from here go straight this way. Cut this as well. Cut this as well, right? Now to cut the back. If you remember, we remove 1 inch from the front body measurement. So the back, we have that full measurement now. There will be no need to remove any 1 inch at the back panel. So you place it this way. You have your back neck having 1 inch extra at the back neck, at the back center, as if you're putting zip allowance. So you have it in this form, right? Then you now, that's nothing like raising. You cut it equal because it's a female kind of wear, equal. Then the back neck depth is 1.5, right? This way. So you cut the back neck depth 1.5 inch this way. This way. Then still don't forget that you will still record the sides for your fabric. This is for pattern paper. So now look at how it came out. So this will be the side, the back. Then this is your front panel this way, and then this stuff, when cutting this side make sure that you have 1 inch extra on both ends for you to join the sides. So this will be here and this will be here. Then before you go ahead to sew, you will now have to join the shoulder. You will join the shoulder this way, join this way, then measure the total distance from this tip here all through to the center neck this way, back neck. You will pipe all through these edges, pipe all through the front edge first. After the piping, you also pipe the side closure first, pipe the down, pipe the sides, the whole sides, then pipe this as well, the block, pipe all of it, then join it 1 inch or half inch underneath this way, half inch underneath, half inch as well this way. Don't forget that the back will also have its own side material, this stuff here, right? So the front will have its own here, while the back will also have here, right? Then to make it simpler or easier, you can now double fold and cut this to be a 1/4 fabric this way, so that by the time you join it, it will be sealed at the side closure here. So when cutting for this panel, I would suggest you bring a fabric this way. You bring a fabric, right? Then double fold it this way, so that you will have this placed on top. The fabric will be double folded, then cut it once so that the folding will start for both fronts and for the back, so that you don't have to have a join again at the center side of this one. So once you do it that way, it will now have this effect. It will have this kind of effect at the side. It will have this effect at the side, where this one will go to the back and this will come to the front, but in a longer form. The same thing applies to this one as well. It goes also in this form. So you can now put your belt crossings and everything, measure the size and the width you want, and then put the number of the belt you want. And that is how it's being achieved. Thanks for watching.